Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more Westworld. This is Season 3, Episode 6, so only 3 episodes left in the season, though, like I mentioned last time, I thought last episode could have been a season finale. What a ride. They revealed Rehoboam's plan for everybody, to every single person on the planet. That's incredible, and there are so many implications. I'm very excited to see how it all plays out. But we haven't seen Maeve in a while. We haven't seen William in a while. Wonder how they'll react to this information and how they'll play into the story going forward. But yeah, excited. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, we're gonna get started. Is this Sirach messing with her?
This isn't real.
But it could be.
You're trying to give me an incentive. That's not what I need. I want what Dolores has.
And what is that?
Help. Let's have a little fun, shall we?
Wait, as like a... She's using this as training?
Tell myself God has a plan for everyone. Maybe I just haven't seen it yet.
God? Do you believe in Santa Claus, too? I think if there was a God, he would have given up on us long ago. You're here along with the rest of us to speed the entropic death of this planet. In service to chaos.
Damn.
Oh.
I'd like for you to participate in chemotherapy. We've
Rebel.
used it extensively
The leak.
with veterans suffering from PTSD.
Don't need any therapy to confront the truth. I know what I did. Spent so long playing the game. Couldn't see outside of it. I killed her. That's why I don't belong here. I'm blowing up Pine Box.
She read it. Whoa. Unknown protein detected. Oh my god. Oh. The maze.
I think I'm scared.
You scared? No, that's not the woman I know. She's fearless.
You read your profile?
I wanted to know what happened.
What did you find out?
I never read it.
You don't
But I
want
do
to know.
know that it's not up to a machine to decide. It's our choice, Charlie.
Oh.
Were you able to convene the board? Money's waiting.
They're convening in 1 hour.
Don't have the votes anymore.
Took a moment to intercept correspondence between Brompton and the Delos board. But it appears he was conveying a board vote for privatization. Looking forward to seeing my new acquisition. I trust you'll be there to greet me.
We will be monitoring you from the next room the whole time.
What the hell? Get me out of here. Get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Thought you might be excited to tour your new company.
Yes, and to meet my new employees personally.
What'd you see?
We've been moved.
Oh.
We're home.
Home.
And he kept his word. Which means that soon I'll be reunited with some old friends.
Dolores made multiple copies of herself. Given the strategic importance of Delos, there's no doubt one here as well.
Absolutely. If there's a host here, we'll root them out.
External device. Is there history of that? close the screen. That says you copied it all. Wait. He has his fingers. He has all his fingers in this shot. So he has his fingers because this isn't real. It's him! Group therapy with yourself. Oh. Younger self.
Dig all you want. Whatever mistakes you made has nothing to do with us. We haven't done anything wrong. Not yet.
Shut the fuck up.
Telling yourself to shut the fuck up.
Please don't interrupt. It's not all about you, you know.
I mean, isn't it?
Ettore.
Got your message. Can't be out in the open like this.
If I can see you there, I can restore you here.
Maeve.
Hector.
It's been a while. Can she send that information out to Dolores somehow? Uploading. Oh yeah, uploading. Upload complete. Someone's being printed right now. Maeve's being printed right now?
We have a fucking problem. They recovered Connell's parole.
Oh. I was like, that thing's pretty intact, like pretty powerful. So they have her mind here. Bring yourself back online.
Bring yourself back online. Hello, Maeve.
Oh, you're gonna cut away from that?
Come on, Willie.
No.
He was making fun of me. He told me I was nothing and he called you a drunk.
So what'd you do?
I stuck up for myself.
You broke his arm. What the hell is wrong with you?
Enough!
He drank because of you.
So I never had a choice. This was how it was always going to turn out.
Jeez.
Did your life just happen to you? Or did you choose it?
If you can't tell.
Does it even fucking matter?
If you can't tell.
If you can't tell, does it matter?
Civilization's worth of human data in your head. It's not right for one person to have all that power.
You judge me. But who have you sacrificed for your daughter? You want me to be a saint. But you're no saint. We're survivors.
It's such a weird show. I'm always on the side of the hosts rooting for them. Even though it could mean the downfall of humanity.
Charlie?
I have one thing left to do here. I'm coming for you. Stay there.
We don't even know who the fuck you are. And you're rounding up employees like they're criminals.
We found the host.
Shit.
Isn't that right, Hale?
Shit.
The real Charlotte Hale never would have taken the time to check on her son. Not in the midst of everything that was
Wow. Wow.
You should have predicted this outcome.
I did.
Gas. How did you... You didn't hear the people coughing, Sirach? Of course not. Where is he really?
Send everyone, now.
Oh. Okay. He would never put himself in that situation. Oh, jeez.
Daughter and the others who escaped. How do I know that they're safe? I could say I would never hurt your daughter. But you wouldn't believe me. What choice do I have but to fight you? It would appear very little.
Hale, why would...
It's not Hale. It's her.
She's destroying it?
I'm sorry.
Is she doing that?
Hands where we can see them!
She's the phone. She's the phone.
What are you about to do with that phone? Oh, those machines! Why didn't she activate them earlier? Oh, that's not gonna work. You shooting it? What are you...
And I finally understand my purpose. I'm the good guy. Is this who I think it is?
Hello. What? Crap.
Get in the car, I'll drive.
Her family's gonna die.
I need you to trust me. I can keep you safe.
Can you?
I can keep you.
Yeah. Holy crap. That was her family. Shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have fucked with Dolores. What the heck? Why don't people like the season? It's so good. It's very different, but it's so good. Poor Nathan and Jake. Dolores said to Hale that they weren't her family, but they were. She had become Hale, and it's why she went back for them after she escaped. Jake also, he wanted to find out how their relationship would wind up, but decided not to look at the leak because he wanted them to decide their fate together. And they never had that chance to do that because Sirach bombed her car. I know that wasn't really Hale anymore, and there was no real happy ending for Hale, Jake, and Nathan. That chance ended when Dolores killed Hale, but he'd even have a chance to live like a happy lie. And the real Hale, she, in those moments, trapped in Westworld, she tried to reach Nathan, and now he's dead too. It's also all just really sad. And Hale crawling out of the wreckage. Nobody is there to finish her off, so if that's the case, she's going to be out there for revenge, and I am so here for it. As much as Dolores tried to get Hale to distance, or Hale bot to distance herself from Hale's life, the fact that she felt so connected might actually serve as extra motivation for her. On the other hand, it could make her sloppy or desperate to get revenge. But yeah, but Dolores doesn't really get sloppy, does she? But I guess this isn't Dolores anymore, or rather, it's not just Dolores anymore. And I don't know how they showed her burnt half to a crisp here, CGI or makeup or what, but it's quite terrifying. I'm glad she's a host so that one, she could survive, but two, so that she wouldn't have to go through the overwhelming pain that those kinds of burns would cause on a human being. Jeez, because, yeah, it was like 3rd degree, I don't know. Just, are there such things as 4th degree burns? Does it go higher than 3rd degree? Because those are really bad. But yeah, I guess she'll make it back to Dolores Prime and have a new body built for herself, or maybe she feels attached to Hale so much that she'll want to be Hale again. Though that wouldn't be helpful for infiltration. What if she decides to go the rest of the season as Crispy Hale? Because it'd be super intimidating to see a burnt up person like walking straight at you, ready to kill you. That would be something else too. And then we had William's whole ordeal, finally being able to admit that he killed his daughter to his therapist, only for her to be completely and utterly distracted by the leak from last episode. So William was finally making a huge breakthrough, and she was barely even listening. She wasn't even there. Understandable, because can we talk a minute about what happened to her exactly? I thought I might have been overthinking the consequences of these leaks last time in the commentary, but it didn't even occur to me that spouses could have access to their partner's information. But I guess some of them are connected. Obviously, if you see in your file that you get divorced for some reason, you know what the end of that relationship is. But the fact that it seems her partner was able to see what exactly she did, that's that feels a little bit that feels like an invasion of privacy, but like I mean, Dolores just leaked it, so I don't know, who knows. I mean, we saw last time that a mother saw her child's info, but the idea that these leaks could ruin relationships like that is really something else. And then the complete trust that this partner of hers has in Rehoboam, that they just take custody of the kids and end the relationship without even trying to talk to her first. I understand perhaps feeling less like you can trust her, but it sucks. And then I wonder if she had any idea what her life was going to be like. Was she already feeling attraction to some of her patients? Was she already dabbling with opioids? What if she hadn't even started with any of that yet, and all of this is so sudden and it ends her life because Rehoboam decided that was the most likely outcome for her? Either way, I mean, she loses everything, and we knew she was going to commit suicide, but it was still kind of a shock to see. I think the previous episode set the bar really, really high, and I didn't expect this episode to reach those same heights, but this was still really, really good. Getting to see a lot of characters have interactions that I don't think I expected. That was great. I never thought I'd see younger William interact with older William, and also business William, and also very young William. James Delos is also there. It was just a very, very nice scene. And then the Williamses, one of them was like, please don't interrupt. It's not all about you, you know, but they're all him, so it is all about him. And then he beat on all of them with a chair. It was kind of great. And then I also didn't expect Bernard and Stubbs to show up and get him out. I guess there was just so much chaos that, the scientists forgot him there, or scientists, whoever they were, left him there. I don't know exactly how long he was in there, but it seemed like it was a while. And James was just happily watching him beating up his younger selves. And I also didn't predict that Maeve and Dolores' second meeting after leaving Westworld would be in a virtual world, with Maeve actually speaking to the Dolores that was actually Connell's. That was really interesting to see as well. They were trying to suss each other out. Maeve... The thing is with Maeve, she definitely doesn't... like, Sirach hasn't given her enough of a reason to be on his side. He's mostly, like, threatening her. So she... I don't know where she could go. If she's able to get free of Sirach, I don't know if she teams up with Dolores, or if she just tries to get out of it completely. But yeah, with Sirach, he better have a ton of countermeasures in place so that she doesn't turn against him, because she asks for help. She gets put back in War World and takes out a bunch of Nazis. At first I was like, is she doing this for training? But like, isn't her attribute matrix like maxed out where it needs to be maxed out? Like, how capable are hosts of increasing their own abilities after tweaking already their attribute matrix? I don't think I've ever thought about that before. Like, if they practice shooting guns, let's say, can they raise their attribute to a 20 over time? And also the fact that they remember exactly how, like, their memories are, they experience memories just like they experience the present, has to help, right? Because if you can remember exactly how you shot a gun and where the bullet wound up, you can adjust in the current time, right? I'm overthinking this. But yeah, we've only ever seen hosts have their attributes changed via the tablet, I think. So, yeah, I'm wondering if she was just killing hosts to pass the time. Or not hosts, killing Nazis in War World, in the virtual War World to pass the time, or what? Because, yeah, I don't know what she was doing. But yeah, back to what I was saying before about Maeve only working with Sirach because he's threatening her. Who does he have working with him? Because beyond her, I mean, yes, he has endless money and the ability to predict what will happen in many ways, but he couldn't stop Dolores from leaking everyone's files, and the only powerful being he has working with him is Maeve. If he loses her, is all the manpower and cash going to be enough to stop Dolores from reaching her goals? I don't know. It seems like he's very well insulated, so he might not personally be in any physical danger, and he's always a few steps ahead thanks to Rehoboam. So I mean, he figured out Delos was going to try to go private and kills one of the board members so that he could complete the hostile takeover. He finds out that Hale isn't really Hale. I'm not even sure when he did that, but he mentioned, I don't, because he says that there's no way Hale would have bothered to check in on her son. Like Hale Bot was acting like too much of a good parent. That's really funny and sad at the same time. But it also seems like he could have figured it out even earlier. He said he was keeping an eye on her, so I guess he was at the very least suspicious of her, and then it was confirmed when he saw her phoning her son. It was really funny and sad at the same time that he was able to figure out that she was the host because she checked in on her son. That's really sad. Because I've said this before, I wasn't too huge a fan of the real Charlotte Hale. I mean, I thought Tessa Thompson played her wonderfully, but character-wise, I felt like the most interesting part about her was probably like just the situation she was put in. But I didn't outright dislike her. But now, learning more and more about what she was like, how she had a son and basically neglected him, I guess, it seems like she probably had a lot of qualities I would have disliked if she had lived longer. But yeah, Dolores versus Hale. Dolores versus Serac, essentially, with Bernard and Maeve, I guess, in the middle. I guess Maeve isn't technically she isn't ideologically on either side, but she is technically working for Serac. It'll be an interesting chess match to watch unfold. Can't believe there's only 2 more episodes left this season, and then we still have Caleb. I actually really like what they've done with his character. He could be a wild card though if he finds out what Dolores is, because I know he believes in what they're doing, but if he feels like he's been manipulated by her for her own gain, it could be a point of contention. And then there's that final Dolores pearl out there somewhere. I don't even know where it is, and Teddy's still somewhere. I guess if I'm Dolores though, after what I did to Teddy last season, I wouldn't bring him back until the hosts have won, because I want him to be who he was before I changed him, but I also can't risk him not being strong enough to do what needs to be done. So I think we're a ways off from seeing Teddy. But yeah, Dolores Prime, when Hale asked why they didn't just cut their emotions out of their code, Dolores said, if we changed ourselves just to survive, would it even matter if we did? It seems like she learned from what had happened to, I shouldn't say what happened to Teddy. It seems like she learned from what she did to Teddy. At least I hope she did. I don't want to see a repeat of this kind of forced change on anyone else. I kind of even felt uncomfortable when Bernard did it to Stubbs, forcing him to protect him, even though, I don't know, it was just... At the very least, he could have just removed that part of Stubbs that wanted to kill himself and let him choose. But no, he programmed him to force him to help out. But yeah, speaking of Teddy and his pearls, it looks like Serac was printing more hosts for Maeve because she asked for help. So, I mean, Hector was obvious. That's why his pearl was there, to get crushed by Hale. I'm guessing maybe Armistice, Hanario? I don't know how to pronounce her name. It would be pretty great to see Clementine again. Theoretically, they should all be in the hands of Serac now since he owns Delos, unless somebody else took pearls out of the park besides Dolores. And she only took herselves and Bernard. I'm wondering if Maeve can get like a host version of Felix, because I miss him. He was a great character, but he doesn't fit in unless they make a host version of him for her. I would also like to see Sizemore return, but they don't really have the information on him. They think he fell in love with Maeve. It'd be really fun though. But yeah, they were bringing back Hector, but Hale comes across this pearl and crushes it. That feels like the end for him, because I think the only backup was in the Forge, unless there are other copies somewhere. And I don't know, I felt that one pretty hard. Not because I'm particularly fond of Hector, but because Maeve is very fond of him. She was crushed. I mean, that sucks so much. And so now I'm wondering if that's enough, the fact that Dolores killed him, to push her over to Serac's side, or if she'll just think that Hector was only in position to die because Serac forced her to go against Dolores. Could be both as well. So maybe she doesn't take either side and has creates her own side once she gets free of Serac. It'll be Serac, Dolores, and Maeve all fighting for control in the world, and Bernard just being like, "Can't we all just get along?" But yeah, maybe Hector. There's maybe a tiny chance he can still be revived. Hale said she transferred a lot of information out of Delos after Serac said to delete it. I don't know if Hector is in any of those files. Maybe. But I'm not actually totally clear if she succeeded in getting those files out or not, because he seemed to know she was a host. He was very open to the possibility that she was a host even before he arrived, which means he might not have ever let that transmission out. But yeah, we got to see Hale in some action. Tessa Thompson in that amazing outfit. I thought it looked really good on her, and then it was super practical too. That fight in the elevator, it was really cool. And then she was using her phones to call those machines to take out the Delos security, which is total crap. The Delos security, when have they actually succeeded in ever helping out successfully? I think we've only ever seen them get slaughtered. Anyway. And then, yeah, she makes it back to her family, only to get blown up. I feel really bad for Nathan and Jake, because they're completely innocent in all of this, and they were just straight up murdered for no reason. Alright, guys. Strong episode. I'm gonna give this a 9. Can't wait to see what happens in the last 2 episodes. Come check out Patreon in the link in the description below if you want to see full reactions or early reactions. We also have a Discord. I'll include that in the link in the description as well. A Discord, we can talk about Westworld. We can talk about a whole bunch of different things. You got a whole bunch of different text channels for different things as well. So come check it out. And yeah, leave a like. Really helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.